go.
And we're back. Here with Carter Starocci. Little technical difficulties, but we're here now. Carter, like the shirt, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
It's looking good. Yeah, of course you do. It's not every day you're on a two high schoolers podcast.
No,
so.
It's awesome.
So, hey, Carter, congratulations. Heck of a tournament. Heck of a finals match. How are you feeling?
Thank you very much, and I'm feeling good. You know, it was fun to be out there and compete. You know what I mean? I won some close matches, so obviously I'm going to take that and I'm going to use that and obviously get better and score more points. But it's nice to get the win. You know what I mean?
Right. Always nice to win. Have you watched your matches yet?
Yeah, I watched them a few, but like I'm not a big fan of watching wrestling, honestly. So I don't watch too much of it.
Aaron was just on and said he was a big fan of wrestling. It's just funny how
I can barely hear you, Sam.
Okay. I was just saying Aaron was just on and was saying that he's a big fan of wrestling. It's funny to hear, bro.
Sam, are you too quiet?
I must be too quiet.
I can hear you just fine. Carter, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you. I can't hear him at all.
Jude, you want to relay my question?
Yeah. So, you know, it's funny. We just had Aaron on. He was talking about how much he enjoys watching wrestling. And he said, like, he'd be in the hotel room, like, watching other guys and seeing how other guys were doing.
Yeah.
And he's a fan of that stuff. I mean, it's cool just to see, like, different guys like different stuff. Going into the NCAA tournament, did you look at your bracket all? Do you know who you're going to wrestle or?
No, I mean, I seen the bracket and everything, and I was like, it's fine. You know what I mean? Because, like, I'm a guy who, like, it don't matter what the seed is or, like, who the guy is. You know what I mean? I really don't see any opponent, and I just go out there and I do my thing regardless. So that's probably why, like, I'm not, like, a huge fan and, like, it's watching things like that. You know what I mean? Because I just take care of what I have to take care of. You know what I mean?
Right. And I mean, like, Carter, like, you're a young guy coming out here. Were you nervous? Were you nervous for your first NCAA tournament?
No, not at all. You know what I mean? I knew I was a champ way before the season even started. You know what I mean? I knew I was a champ when I was born. So, like, that's how I carry myself. You know what I mean? So
straight out the womb, you're like, yeah, NCAA champ, baby.
So, like, I don't know, because, like, when I get a goal out, you know what I mean? And then, like, I'm already that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see guys as, like, a higher than me. You know what I mean? So, like, I was calm and collected, and I feel like it helps having guys on our team that are experienced, like Roman, Aaron, Nick, and then obviously our coaches too. So, like, all that helps.
Yeah. How much do you look up to these guys, for everything, really?
Yeah. I mean, they're really good people, you know what I mean? Like, off the mat as well. You know what I mean? I hang with Aaron a lot and guys like Roman and Nick, they're just good people, and they kind of stick to themselves, you know what I mean? But they lead by example with, like, how they're doing in life and how they're doing with their grades and all that stuff. So it's awesome to be a part of Penn State.
Yeah, I mean, and it's awesome for us too to, like, talk to you guys one after the other, and, like, it's clear you guys are more than just teammates. You're like a family, right? You're brothers.
Yeah, we are.
What was that like coming into Penn State? Took a red shirt last year, I believe, and was it hard for you to get into, like, the team aspect of it?
Oh, no, not really. You know what I mean? It was nice redshirting. You know what I mean? I got close with all the guys, and that was cool. And I got to learn, so that was pretty awesome. But, like, I'm a team player. You know what I mean? And it makes it a lot more fun when there's a team aspect. You know what I mean? Because then you wrestle a little harder for your team, and obviously it's more fun to win as a team than just by yourself. So that makes it a lot more fun.
And I mean, like, talk about, you guys went 4-0 in the finals. You guys had 6 All-Americans, second in the team. Like, these are, like, really big accomplishments. Like, what does that mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. You know what I mean? When I see Nick and Roman wrestle, it was me and Aaron actually went up in the bleachers and we were watching, and we started getting a little emotional, and we were like, yo, like, we have to leave this scene. You know what I mean? Because, like, we have to wrestle now, and, like, we were getting a little fired up and all that stuff, because, like, we just watched those guys work hard all year. So it was nice seeing them win. And then when it was our turn, I was just like, yo, like, this is what I do. And then mid-match, I look in the corner, and, like, all my coaches are all national champs. So then that's kind of like, that kind of just, like, I don't know, that's like a big power in itself. You know what I mean? It's like, all these guys have won this moment, so now it's my turn. So I feel like that's like a big bonus.
You think that there's any pressure that comes with that too?
I feel like if you allow it, you know what I mean? I know that some guys on our team, maybe they let it affect them, but I feel like it's all in how you look at things, you know what I mean? Like if you look at it like, oh, like I have to do this and I have to do that, then it can hold you back. But if you just enjoy the moment and do what you love, I feel like it'll help you.
Yeah. How, have you always thought this way? How much has, being in the Penn State room helped mold your mentality? Like, I assume like a lot of this stuff is rubbing off on you from, like you said, you got guys like Casey Cunningham who's in your ear, right? And he's like one of the best, most positive people I know. So like,
no, he's awesome.
what is that for you?
I mean, I know what you mean. I pretty much always had this mindset, but obviously coming to Penn State, it's like it's improved my mindset and all that stuff. Because like when you look around in the room, everyone's a go-getter, you know what I mean? And everyone loves the sport, and they're just super positive, you know what I mean? When you're back in the tunnel, all you hear is you're the NCAA champ, you're the best, you know what I mean? So like that's all you're hearing, and then that's what you believe. So then when you walk around and just your daily life, it's just all that positivity is just like inside you.
I mean, like that just makes a huge difference. Like nobody likes wrestling when you feel bad and you're thinking all these negative thoughts. Like that's when wrestling is not fun. So it's really good. I'm sure you'll agree. Like it's good to be surrounded by people who are positive and people who are telling you the right things. That helps you excel. Taking a look at your bracket, like, 74 was pretty dang tough. I mean, you have a guy like Kemmer who, like, what is this, his 5th year, 6th year? Like,
he's pretty old.
He's been around a long time. He's also been around a long time at like 57 and whatever, wrestling Jason Nolf. So, talk about like, would you say you have a rivalry with a guy like Kemmer? What was your mentality going into this finals match?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a good bracket for sure, you know what I mean? But I had some pretty good experience. It was leading up in that tournament. With us being the Big Ten, I wrestled most of the top guys already in the season, and I came out on top. So I feel like that schedule kind of helps, and it prepares you for it's the big show. And I wouldn't look at as Kemmer as a rival, you know what I mean? I see him as just another guy that has to go down. So I'm sure he's a good guy and all that, but I don't have any friends in this game, you know what I mean? I don't look to make friends and be nice, you know what I mean? So it's business when I get in there. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure he knows the same thing.
Yeah, and I mean, like we see it, right? You go out there and it doesn't matter like what happened in the past, like you got to go take care of business, today, right? Yeah. So going into the Big Ten finals, I'm sure you believe, like without a doubt, you're like telling yourself you're the champ. You lose that close match. Coming out of it, what's your mentality?
Yeah, my first thoughts after the match was like, geez, like I just gotta get better, you know what I mean? And then like I'm just thinking like Coach Kill's really a beast, you know what I mean? Like that dude never lost, and like he figured it out with just him winning all the time. So that's pretty cool. And after that loss, I just realized like, geez, like I just have so much room to get better. And I watched the match and I made a lot of errors with like my technique. So like that's always fixable, you know what I mean? Like my heart's always there. I'm not gonna give up. I'm always gonna be in your face. So I just had to improve on some game plan errors and all that stuff. But other than that, I still knew I was a better wrestler.
And that's a good confidence for you. And like, would you say taking that loss, did that help you to get it done, just a week later?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it helped me, you know what I mean, just from a learning aspect, because when you go through something like that, I wouldn't call it a loss, I would call it like a learn. And like when you go through that, it like puts all your mistakes in like bold, you know what I mean? And like it like shouts it out. So like when you're watching the film and you obviously didn't get your hand raised, it's like, all right, like so now like everything's all like out there. So then you can just fix all those mistakes. And like I do the same thing even when I win. I try and like always like examine all my matches and see where I can improve and all that. So I would look at it as it helped. You know what I mean? I feel like every situation helps me.
For sure. So looking forward to freestyle.
Do you have any? I still can't hear Sam.
Sam. Get out of here, dude. Wow. Dude, so looking forward to freestyle. Like, are you going to be at the trials here in a couple weeks?
I'll be at the trials here.
Well, wait,
86 kg.
86. You guys got Penn State's got a lot of guys at 86.
No, yeah, I was planning on 74, but there's just not enough time to get down in time. So I'll be at 86.
What do you walk around at?
Probably like 78. Honestly, not. But like it don't matter the weight class, so I'll just go out there and do my thing and win.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is there, you're training with these guys, right? And you got a guy like Aaron, you got a guy like David Taylor, you got a guy like Bo Nickel. Like you guys are all probably going to be in the same bracket here in a couple weeks. Like, you think any of that is, goes through your mind while you're training at all?
Not really. You know what I mean? I feel like the part that sucks is because like it's me and Brooks. We've been talking about us being Olympic champs like all summer and like these past couple of years about us being Olympic champs on the same team. So that kind of stinks. But like at the end of the day, it's individual sport. You know what I mean? And you have to do what's best for you. And as far as Bo and Dave, I just try to learn from everyone. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of awkward in the room sometimes because like like he has to be taken out, but like I feel like how I take it is just like it's just business. You know what I mean? Like it stays on the mat, and then after the mat, it's all cool. But like I know some guys don't take it that way.
So looking forward to the future. Obviously, you won your title. You want 3 more, right? You're gonna want to make the Olympic team here in a couple weeks. What other long-term goals do you have for yourself? Both on and off the mat.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously want to win. I want to win the Olympics this year, and then I want to be a world champion, and then I plan on winning all the rest of the NCAA titles. And then after I accomplish all my goals, I was going to go into fighting, and then get a UFC belt, and then win that, and then go off and do my own thing and out in the real world with like all my businesses and all that stuff.
Jeez, you ever think about coaching?
Yeah, I thought about it. That'd be a good route.
You know what? It's funny, like talking to Nick Lee, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm probably gonna get my, I'll graduate, and then after that, like, I don't really know." Whereas, like you got your whole life planned out pretty much.
Yeah, the whole thing planned out, and obviously, like as each day goes on, like you'll learn different things, and like you'll get a hold of like new contacts and things like that, and you can like drift. But like I have a clear vision on what I want, so like it kind of makes it easier when you have like a clear vision.
Yeah. So another thing we talked about with Aaron is, how a lot of you Penn State guys use each other's techniques and like learn from each other, right? And it's fun for us, as fans, like to go out and, we're watching, for example, like Jason Wolf hits his Winn-Dixie. Now Roman hits a Winn-Dixie. Chenzo goes and hits a mixer, and then there goes Mark Hall hitting a mixer. Like you guys like to do a lot of this stuff together. What kind of culture do you guys have around that there at Penn State? And do you guys plan this out? Do you guys go and talk to each other? Like, I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit this.
Yeah. We'll plan some moves out and things like that. And we'll have fun with it. So like when we're at practice, we're kind of just like, we're just making like these random moves up. You know what I mean? And like, that's a big credit to, it's Coach Cody, because he's the one behind, it's the Winn-Dixie. And I don't know if people know that, but like, so our coaches have some weird moves, and it's just on us to hit them, and then like we'll get excited, and then like we'll have like a little competition going on with like ourselves and seeing like who can do like the most moves and all that stuff. So it's kind of fun.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's such a fun team environment.
Yeah,
man,
it's almost like recess, kind of. You know what I mean? Like you're just
it's not like a lot of people, they go into practice and they're like, the same way that you're going to go into like a job that you hate, right? Or like going to work in the morning and you're like, I don't want to go do this. Right. And sometimes, I mean, we all have those practices like where we don't feel our best, but it sounds like from what we've heard today is that a lot of you Penn State guys are really, enjoying what you guys are doing.
No, for sure. It's kind of funny because like when it hits like it's 3:00, like I get all excited because like that's like the highlight of my day. You know what I mean? So like I get all fired up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, talking more, looking at, your future at Penn State, do you have 3 years left, or you got to come back for 4? Because this year, how is that working?
I think I have 4 years of eligibility left because this year didn't count, but I'm not sure if I'll use all of them. So like we'll just take it as each year goes on.
Right. It's hard to like plan that stuff out, especially with,
Yeah, it is.
you know, you might be injured or something like that. Hope not, but
Yeah. No, yeah.
and then, you know, you plan on staying at 74, you plan on going up. You think about that at all?
Yeah, I mean, I plan on staying at 74. You know what I mean? I kind of have a good frame, unless I grow and get bigger, and then go 84. But like that's all has to be planned out with our team. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
see what all the other guys are doing. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to just hop around and like make guys go down. But like obviously, if you get too big and you have to go up and you have to do what you have to do. But other than that, though, I plan on staying at 74.
And then talk about UFC, man. What's your transition into that? How long have you been wanting to do some real fighting?
Yeah. I've always wanted to do some fighting, you know what I mean? I've always like enjoyed watching it, you know what I mean? And I've always wrestled my whole life too. And like as a kid, I would always get in like a lot of confrontation, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it's getting some fights as a kid. So like I've always loved doing that too, you know what I mean? I just like I don't know, I just like walking around and just like I like knowing that there's not a man that can beat me, you know what I mean? I kinda have that mojo. But like me, Aaron, and Greg, we're pretty close, and like all of us, like we've been fighting all summer and doing jitsu and all that stuff, and
Yeah,
it's real fun. So like we all plan doing it soon.
Man. Well, dude, like congratulations and thanks again for coming on our show. Like you, like what an inspiration. This is actually cool. I don't know if you know this, but my freshman year was your senior year, and we actually both won regional titles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I won it at
That's
115.
Awesome.
You won it at what? I don't know. What weight were you at? 60?
I can't remember. I think it was like 182 my senior year.
Yeah. So, yeah, because I think you teched my buddy in the finals.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I was so
college.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even think I can make it public yet, but it's a big decision. It's something I think about, but I'm also trying not to take it too seriously, have some fun with it too.
Yeah, no, definitely have some fun, and just as long as you keep working, you know what I mean, and have a clear vision, I feel like everything will work out.
Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, you're next to get your national title too.
Yeah, right.
I'll be excited to watch that.
Man, it's awesome. Sam, do you have anything to say, and then I can tell Carter?
No, just appreciate it, and Daddy couldn't hear me, but glad.
Sam says he hates your shirt. It's messed up, man. I can't believe he'd say that to you. All right. Well, hey Carter, thanks for coming on. I think we're gonna go to a break here really quickly, but yeah, and I think that'll be it. All right, thanks, bro.
Fuck, guys, I appreciate it. I'm sorry, Sam, I couldn't hear you, but it was awesome to have me on.
Hey, you're the man. We appreciate you, bud.
I appreciate it. Have a good one. God bless.
All right, Jude. How's my audio?
You sound great. I can't believe you'd really go say that to Carter. That's messed up, man. But
I hope the viewers can actually hear what I was saying. I'm sure they can if you can hear me. So
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, so I think that about wraps it up for right now. We had some issues with Roman, and then Shane Griffith will be coming on. That'll come next week. So I will upload that as a separate interview, and then maybe, who knows, we might be able to get David Carr. And some
Gable and Spencer.
Maybe
not Spencer. Spencer don't do no interviews.
Spencer doesn't do interviees. If I did that, I'd have to tie him to a chair and make him do it.
Answer the question. Boom. I don't think you could tie Spencer Lee to a chair.
So? That'd be hard.
No, I don't think you could.
I don't know if anybody could. But yeah. So hopefully we'll get all this uploaded and archived. This is my first time using this software, so we'll see how it works. I think everything was pretty smooth, other than Carter had some issues. And hopefully we can do some more interviews. I was thinking if this went well, which I think it did, we might be able to get a couple of coaches on for our next show, just to talk about the NCAAs, and I think that would be lots of fun. And Jude can talk to coaches, and I can talk to coaches for
that's right. We can finally, man. Your time is running out here shortly, though.
No,
I think in eighth grade, I don't think you can.
No, I can in 8th grade. I talked to some compliance people at colleges. I'll be
all right. Maybe we don't want to get Sam Herring canceled or anything like that.
We're canceling Sam.
Well, thank you guys for tuning into the Home Advantage Wrestling Podcast. I am Jude Swisher. That's Sam Herring. Our guests have included Austin
AJ
O'Connor,
Ferrari,
AJ Ferrari, Austin
O'Connor.
O'Connor, Eric Gibbs. Nope, not Eric Gibson. Eric
Not
Thompson.
Aaron Brooks, Nick Lee, Carter Starocci.
Yeah, hopefully we got some more coming up here shortly. But until next time, guys.